Hello, dear friends. Good morning, and welcome to, I think it's the 11th installment of Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and we are going to be writing sonnets with each other today. This is our writer's room, and we're going to have a great time this morning. Good morning, Janine Rinker, our science correspondent. Lovely to have you here, as always. And this is just going to be a great, wonderful, good time. And you can watch the show on 3 platforms. My main page, facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves. There we go. You can also watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/Shakespeare Approves. And now also on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures. In case you're wondering, yeah, I think, have my own Twitch channel. I just don't use it. And so Paolo Galanzo was kind enough to share his with me. So thank you. And you can use your Twitch points that you accrue from subscribing to do fun things on Nat21Adventures. So do the thing. Also, if you're interested in supporting the show, you can do so by buying me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare. Or consider become a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30, and you get lots of fun benefits. And let's see here. So we have Adam Bly here. Good morrow, Adam Bly, King of the Species, gives me a weird robot head. Good morrow, King of the Species, on Twitch. So it's going to be a good time here today. Now, before I start the show proper, I want to run a couple of ads because I have some sponsors for this show, and I want to give them a nice shout out. Also, just some guy says from Tennessee on Twitch, says he's glad I'm here. Thank you very much. Says it lets him earn points and then mess with Paolo Garbanzo, host of Nat21Adventures, much faster. So I'm so very glad. Also, Mayor Finkel was framed. Mayor Finkel was framed. So, oh, that was you on YouTube, like giving all that fun stuff. Like, we're all wondering who you were. So now we know. Good stuff. Mayor Finkel was framed in the murder at Cloudhaven Chateau. So real quick, let me just start with some ads here. Today's show is brought to you by 3 wonderful groups. Number 1, we have the Shakespeare Yogi. You can use code Shakes.approved to save 50% on private classes with the Shakespeare Yogi. And here we go with that ad read. And this is the one show of the week I get to wear my glasses, and this is nice. So here we go. So the Shakespeare Yogi, Leonard Chillingarian, helps creatives develop authentic connection to balance and character by combining yoga with Shakespeare accessibly and playfully. Virtual pay-what-you-can classes are available over Zoom on the 1st and 3rd Sundays of the month at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Recommended donations are $5, but it is a pay what you can. All creators of any kind are welcome. Virtual private lessons are also available by appointment. Private lessons are built to the individual needs and goals of the individual creative. So this is for you at home. But those lessons start at $50. You can use my code again, Shakes.approved, to save 50% on your first class. So use that code right there. All right. For more information and to get in contact with Leonard Chillingarian, the Shakespeare Yogi, drop into her DMs on Instagram at Instagram the Shakespeare Yogi, or email her at theshakespeareyogi@gmail.com. And remember, again, use code shakes.approved for a 50% discount. And today's show is also brought to you by the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. I'm so excited to have finally corrected that, because for the previous 3 days, this is what I was saying. The Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. And that's obviously not right. Because I'm an idiot. So, but it's hilarious. It's just like, we're not the Friends. We're Friends of Friends. We're over here. It's just like, oh, look at you doing a thing over there. Like, good on you, museum. But when you're the friend of the museum, a lot better. So the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum, they're doing summer dinosaur digs, and they are now accepting applications for summer 2021. Yes, this is exciting. It's Jurassic Park. It's a massive park. What could possibly go wrong? Now, while many people only dream of taking part in a dinosaur excavation, through the Colorado Northwestern Community College, that dream can become a reality. Located in the heart of dinosaur country, CNCC offers you the chance to work alongside professional paleontologists to uncover fossils that have been buried for over 74 million with an M years. During a 2-week session, you will learn about paleontology by digging, brushing, and uncovering a unique fossilized specimen. There is no experience required. So, like, even I could go do this, and I really want to. I'm not going to be able to because I don't have the time in my schedule. But it's going to be amazing. So you should do that. I'm going to put up the link also right here, so you can go check it out. Here's the link. And also, real quick, let me copy that link, and then I'll drop it into the comments. So here you go. So there we go. So that link is now right there in the comments. So you could do that right there. But so the Friends of the Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. So no experience required to take advantage of this amazing opportunity, only a passion for experiencing fossils up close and personal. Participants also have the option to earn college credit during the 2-week session. Now, for more information, go to that link that is on your screen. I also just dropped it into the comments, or email Liz Johnson at elizabeth.johnson@cncc.edu, or call 970-824-1119 for more information. What will you discover this summer? That's a great tagline. My sponsors have amazing taglines. Hey Nani Namaste. What will you discover this summer? Also, one more, the Renaissance Stream Guide. Now, this one is an unpaid ad, but I believe in the work that that they're doing. The Renaissance Stream Guide is the TV guide of Renaissance Festival live streams. They feature live music, play readings, comedy, belly dance, yoga, and fitness classes, art streams, demonstrations, stuff like this. There are over 50 live stream events on the calendar every week, so viewers have plenty to choose from. With an accessible Google Calendar and a daily schedule post, it's an easy way for viewers to find your favorite festival performers and hopefully discover someone new. Also, commenting and post sharing is always appreciated to help get more eyes on more streams. So make sure that you go follow them. Facebook.com/Renaissance Stream Guide. Give them a like and subscribe. Discover someone new. So that is it for the ads. Let's get back in it. Alex Stevenoki saying, good morning, y'all. And just some guy in Tennessee also still talking about murder at Cloudhaven Chateau. He may have put together a 3D model of a brick that says, sorry, sincerely, Mayor Finkel. That's the apology brick. Oh, goodness gracious. There. The audio is fine, but video is frozen for you. I'm so sorry. Our internet is really crappy this morning. I apologize. Today's show is not brought to you by Frontier Communications. It is not, because holy crap, this is bad. I'm dealing with 1 megabyte per second upload speeds at the moment. And I said, "Oh, you're only rated for 2." It's like, are you freaking kidding me? There's a fiber line 2 miles away from my house. Why don't you just run it? Just run it. No? All right, just me. All right, I'm the only person that wants good stuff. That's fine. Anyway, we have all the friends here, so we're gonna have a good time. So if you're for anyone who is new watching the show live or later, let me go into what is a sonnet and the rules of sonnets. So let's bring this up on screen. What is a sonnet? A sonnet is a 14-line poem written in iambic pentameter. That means 10 syllables per line. You can also go hendacasyllabic, which is 11 syllables if need arises, usually to drive home a point. And there are 3 stanzas of 4 lines apiece. Line 1 rhymes with line 4. Dear sweet baby Yoda. Line 1 rhymes with line 3, line 2 rhymes with line 4, etc. And if you are going with a hendacasyllabic meter, then try to do that on those same lines. So 1 and 3, 2 or 4. That's so. Then you finish it all with a rhyming couplet. So it's pretty easy to do. It's a really great form, and it helps stretch those creative muscles. So let's get down to it. King of Species is suggesting over on Twitch, reduce output resolution if I can, so it can keep up. If not, just keep having a good morning. All right. I'm not sure how I would do that. Can I general high broadcast quality? Yeah, apparently it's doing it in 720. I don't think I can change it right now, if only because I'm actively going. But yeah, so thank you for the suggestion. I'll try it for later. But yeah, our internet's just crap. So I feel like I would have better luck in a Starbucks parking lot. Unfortunately, there is also no Starbucks near me, and that makes me sad as a coffee lover. By the way, let's have a nice noisy slurp right now, even though this isn't the coffee break. There we go. Just good internet audio, I don't care who you are. So let's get into writing our sonnet today. What is our ode to this morning? So let us, goodness gracious. All right. So expand things a little bit. Ode to something. And if you're wondering what the candy jar is line suggestions that I quite like but don't fit yet. And I feel like there are no bad suggestions. I'm like, oh, let's just throw that line out. No, let's use it for later. So I like the candy jar. So what are we writing about today? I want you to suggest it. I'll pick my favorite out of the comments. You can even vote too, and we'll go from there. Let me take this out because I don't need it for a bit. Until end of the show, and we will see where we are at that point. But what are we writing about today? Let's see here. Alec Stephen Orke says books or adventure. Like it. And then Janine says to repeat a line. And an idea from Alex Stevenoki from last week. Why not both? So I like that. We did not do books last week. I think she meant why not both. Just some guy in Tennessee says he's going to throw out his old suggestion: mortgage or credit card, an ode to ode. Yeah. That's very clever. That's very clever. Oh, goodness. King of Species, good versus evil. Friends and pets was last week. Why not both? So, yeah, books and adventure or an ode to ode. All right. So, all right, let's see. So, all right. Books and adventure. Why not both? Because books can be a great adventure. Or an ode to ode. Oh, we'd have to work Bernie Sanders and Liz Warren into that one. Oh my god. All right. So Ya or Ja, Metro Karvich says adventure. All right. I think I know where Alex Stephen Arke stands on his. Janine, go ahead, weigh in. King of Species. Oh, King of Species saying good versus evil. So that one could be fun too. Work into adventure. See, the good versus evil, I feel like, yeah, definitely work into the books and adventure. So let's see. I'll give you all another minute or so. Wow, we're at 16 minutes in. We haven't started writing yet. Partly because of ad read and partly just me bitching about the internet. Right. Pardon my French. I beg your pardon. And I do blame the French. I'm an Englishman. It's what we do. Cheers. As Gwendolyn would say, take a drink of your drink. Books and or adventure. Janine is voting for all right. That's 3 votes for adventure. All right. And / books. All right. Yeah, so let's go with that. And just some guy, I'm sure it'll happen. You're ode to ode. And I think having a good versus evil suggestion from King of the Species as a subtopic in here will go. So here's how the writing room works. You throw out your suggestions of lines, try to go 10 syllables. If you're a little over, we can cut back, cut out a word or make a substitution. If you're a little under, we can find words that will work in. And also, articles are wonderful because you can cut them in order to get to your syllable count, or you can add them in order to get to your syllable count. Great. Let's start. Ja, ya. What do you prefer, ja or ya? Ya? Ya. Or just ja, like just short for Jan, making Jan even shorter. Yeah. Yeah, so hard J or the Y sound. Let me know. Because I want to get your name right. But you are correct. It is always the French's fault. Always. From our point of view. From the French's point of view, it might be our fault. Or the Russians. You never know. You never know. You prefer the Y sound. Very good. I'm going to get it right. Yeah. And yes. All right. Very good. All right. So let's start. Books and adventure. Ode to books and adventure. All right. So remember, 3 stanzas, rhyming couplet. Line 1 rhymes with line 3, line 2 with line 4. Let's start. The crackle of a freshly opened book, Alex Stephen, I almost reversed your name. Alex Stephen Arke suggests the crackle of a freshly opened book. The crackle of a freshly opened book. 10 syllables. Perfect. Let's write it down. Like it. Feels almost like a second or third line. But you know, you never know where it's going to work. And you can take we can take it. And this is the beautiful thing about writing a poem. You don't like it here, you move it here. It's great. The crackle of a freshly opened book. Unless, you know, it's on a Kindle. And in that case, ow. By the way, most of my books are now, and I have a lot over here. This is just a portion. Here, let me show you here. This is just a portion of the books I have. Whoa, goodness gracious. Well, I can show you now. So that's just a portion of the books I own. So, but most of them are now on my iPad. Yeah, through the Kindle app and I really messed that up, didn't I? Through the Kindle app and the Apple Books and also Barnes and Noble Nook. So yeah, I have them all. I love it. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books and periodicals on the iPad. It's amazing. I love it. All right, so all right, John Van Vliet jumping in. As Mab calls you, Johnny O. All right. Pages, chapters, spines, the words all unwind. Oh, see, here's a fun thing on that. You have an internal rhyme with spines and unwind, but also we could use them as a slant with each other if we break that line up a bit too. Janine, book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff. It feels like a, yeah. Alex Stephen, okay, the Crackle freshly opened book. I'm not sure if it's a candy jar. I mean, well, they're all candy jar lines, until you actually use them. So, all right. Kathy Evans says, turn the page and look inside. I set off to explore the fantasy that awaits me. These are all fantastic. So I'm going to write all of them down here. And so, John Van Vliet, pages, chapters, spines, the words all unwind. Pages, chapters, spines, the words all on. Pages, chapters, spines, the words all unwind. 10. Fantastic. Fantastic, John Van Vliet. Pages, chapters, spines, the words all unwind. All right. Book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff. Book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff. 11, or you can make mystery as one. So we can do that. Book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff. Turn the page and look inside. These are all fantastic lines today. Turn the page and look inside. Turn the page and look inside. So we need a few more there. I set off to explore the fantasy that awaits me. I set off to explore the fantasy that awaits me. All right, so we have 6 lines at the moment. All right, let's make these all work at the moment here. So, all right. So, I like these two together. The crackle of a freshly opened book, pages, chapters, spines, the words all unwind. I like that a lot. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to move this to the first line. That's going to be second. This is going to be third. And and I think this line might change a little bit too. Set off to explore the fantasy that awaits me. That's going to change. So we're going to move this at the moment into candy jar. Oop. Oh, come on, Candy. Formatting work. Work for me. There we go. Boom. All right. All right, and we're going to adjust this a little bit. All right. Oh, and you're all jumping in here. I sent off to explore the fantasy. Sorry, I had 14 and that's okay. That's okay. That's all. That's okay. Turn the page. Anticipate what you'll find. Turn the page. Anticipate what you'll find. That is great. Turn the page and look inside. Turn the page. See, that works with Kathy's right there. So Janine, we're going to do that. Turn the page. Anticipate what you'll find. Turn the page. Anticipate what you'll find. Set off to explore. I set off to explore the fantasy that awaits me. I set off on an adventure. You're hoping for a Shakespeare self-insert. Yeah. Some of these poems though, I only am serving as the editor. It's kind of fun. Last week I wrote quite a lot of it. So let's see. I set off to explore the crackle of a freshly opened book. freshly opened book. Play on words now. Pages, chapters, spines. To anticipate what you'll find. Oh, goodness gracious. Chapters, spines. Turn off to adventure. Books. Books, chapters, spines, the words all on one. Words. Unwind the Kindle of freshly open page. Turn the page. Crap. So many. Open the cover. Open up. Anticipate. That will engage. All right. So here's what I have at the moment. Let's expand it a little bit more. So, books, chapters, spines, the words do all unwind. The Kindle of a freshly opened page. Open up, anticipate what you'll find. Off to an adventure that will engage. Not bad. All right. Oh wow, we are. Your comments are really blowing up. I'm loving this right now. Wonder and adventure of every kind. Set off to explore, fantasize. Take a look. Take a look. It's in our book. Explore fantasy. Winding like a brook. My cam is frozen. I'm very sorry. My internet's crap. I'm so sorry, Anthony. Wicked. He says, never mind. It's back. All right. Goodness, yeah, miss seeing you, MFRF too. I'll be back this year, at the very least, the final weekend. So we'll see. Janine says free borrowing card catalog or the net. Oh, browsing, not browing, but browsing, borrowing. It's all right. Travel in space or under the sea. So let's see where we're going next. All right. Here we go. Candy Jar Line. Santa. Book fairs. Book fairs are shops with other mystery stuff. Take travel in space or under the sea. Kathy, we're going here. Getting Kathy's. All right. Lead to travels in space or under the sea. There we go. Lead to travels in space or under the sea. There we go. I have never been to the North Carolina Renaissance Festival. No, I'd like to, but I believe it directly conflicts with other shows that I do. I'd like to at some point, though. Yeah, maybe someday. Yeah. All right. Inspiration. Inspiration for the NaNoWriMo. That works! Oh, Dan, we're writing that down. That's going in the candy jar. Dan Wenzel, writer, professional. Go check it. By the way, some of you are writers in your own right. Like, as in you are published authors. Everyone, please go check out Dan Wenzel. I'm leaving his name on the screen for a moment. Go check him out. He is a fantastic writer of prose and poetry. He has an adventure series and a young adult series. He has the Sidekicks Academy series, which is fantastic, and also his Escape from the Past series, which is building out. And he's turning into a Stephen King, and by that I mean he's so prolific. So go check out Dan. Go to Amazon, download his books right now. Go do it. Go do it. All right. So inspiration for the NaNoWriMo. All right, that's going into the candy jar. I think it'll work for third stanza. Inspiration for the NaNoWriMo. All right. Janine, just one more chapter. It's never enough. Just one more chapter. It's never enough. There we go. Third line of second stanza. Just one more chapter. I think it is. Shakespeare. It is. Yes, we got. There's never enough. Dan is almost exclusively prose, but he has written some poetry. Go read Six Lovers in Florence. It's amazing. But also almost exclusively prose for me. You're so close to the iambic pentameter. Dan, you think in iambic pentameter. That's hilarious. The world can be yours when you open up. Book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff lead to travels in space or under the sea. Just one more chapter. 'Tis never enough. Almost exclusively prose for me. Oh, that is so funny. All right. Oh, I just so Anthony Wicked, you're Wick. I didn't know that. Hello, Wick. Don't set yourself on fire. Stop it. Stop setting yourself on fire. You don't need that. You don't need to set yourself on fire. Oh, I love you, but man, be careful. All right. All right. Figure out who you will be. So book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff lead to travels in space or under the sea. Just one more chapter. 'Tis never enough. Help you figure out who you will be. Oh, Dan Wenzel, better line than I just had. What do you mean no sequel to see? Oh, that was my feeling when I was reading the Harry Potters at first. All right, that's going in. What do you mean? No sequel to see. All right, let's start our third stanza. All right. John Van Vliet, the old Dewey Decimals, how we found. Right, maybe. You'll find many a place where you can read. Dinosaurs, history, the past is all there. I like nonfiction too. Dinosaurs, history, the past is all there. Or dinosaurs, history, the past is all there. I like non-fiction too. It's very close. Enemies and friends to discover here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very good. Let's see. Enemies and friends to meet and discover. No. Enemies and friends to discover and meet. Friends to meet. Friends to meet. I know, Janine, that editorial. I like nonfiction was an editorial comment on part of the line, but it was so close. So yeah, it might happen. Enemies discover, friends to meet. Oh no! We're gonna switch that. Friends to meet, enemies to discover. Friends to meet, and friends to meet, enemies to discover. There we go. Yep. As you read under your covers. Well done. So there we go. Friends to meet, enemies to discover. Which side will you? Which side will you choose? Which side, good or evil, will you? Which on which side, good or evil, will you fall on? Side, good or evil, will you fall on? As you read under your covers. Friends to meet. Goodbye rhymes for me, Janine Rinko says. You're fun. All right. Let's see. Another swig of inspiration. Around every corner, a new twist. Ooh. Yeah. By the way, I apologize to all of you whenever I drink a cup of coffee here and you hear me drinking it because of Shakespeare's coffee break and my loud, noisy slurps at the top and bottom of the show. I've sadly retrained myself on how to drink coffee as an obnoxious human being. I am so sorry. I'm so very sorry. All right. Plants, machines, weapons, and lands. Dinosaur history. The past is all there. Oh, there we go. And Maria says, plants, machines, mysteries, and lands. All right, here we go. Dinosaurs history. The past is all there. So, discover there. There we go. Dinosaurs history. Past is all there. To find love and meet the age-old rover, so many worlds are in your hands. Oh, that's great. So many worlds are in your hands. So that's really close. We're gonna change this second line here because I like Maria's line right there. So many worlds are in your hands. So many worlds are in your hands. So many worlds are in your hands. Yeah. Good or evil. Which side? Good or evil? On which side? Good or evil? On which side, good or evil, will you land? All right, so we have a really good we have a really good bit here. Oh, will we take our stands? On which side, good or evil, will we take our stands? That's 12. On which side, good or evil, will you land? That's it. So, oh, so many worlds are here in your hands. 10. All right. It's not bad. Like that. Janine said land is too passive for her taste. Janine's a Gryffindor with Ravenclaw tendencies, all Ravenclaw with Gryffindor tendencies. So there's that. All right. So might reorder a stanza here, but let's move into the rhyming couplet. All right, we're gonna lower. We're gonna reduce the screen size a little bit so I can fit everything on here. All right. Let's jump down to the couplet. Inspiration for the NaNoWriMo. For good or evil. Well, we can make it for which side, good or evil, shall you stand? That works, Maria. For which side, good or evil, shall you stand? Yeah, it's a better sentence. It's inspiration for the NaNoWriMo. For our great pleasure, the writers we owe. For our great pleasure, the writers we owe. Hmm. All right, I think so. Oh, the place. I was thinking that one too. I was thinking that. Oh, the places you'll go. You know what? Oh, the places you'll go. Yeah, that's good. Open a book are the places you'll go. Open a book. Over. So here's what we have so far. All right. All right. Actually, I don't think we need to reorder anything. So here we go. Let's try it. Books, chapters. Oh, also, I want to put the banner up on screen. So there we go. Books, chapters, spines, the worlds do all unwind. Kindle of a freshly opened page. Open up, anticipate what you'll find. Off to an adventure that will engage. Book fairs or shops with other mystery stuff lead to travels in space or under the sea. Just one more chapter, 'tis never enough. What do you mean, no sequel to see? Friends to meet, enemies to discover. For which side, good or evil, shall you stand? Dinosaurs, history, the past is all there. Oh, so many worlds are here in your hands. It's inspiration for the NaNoWriMo. Open a book. Oh, the places you'll go. I like that quite a lot. I like that quite a lot. And I will be right back. I'm just going to give you... I'm just going to go grab something. So... Oh, King of Species saying, if I can figure out how to reduce my output resolution from 720 to 480 or even 360, I'll have less problems later. Miss it. Now, not now, of course, but internet is playing catch up, and that's where the problem comes from. Thank you so very much. I think I can do that. I think I just have to stop actively streaming to do it. So I think if I'm not actively broadcasting, but I will be right back. So here's the poem. Read it. Have fun. Be right back. All right, so Dr. Seuss's birthday. The only book I have immediately accessible is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So instead, so let us do that. This is a copy I received, dear sweet baby God, 16 years ago. All right, so here we go. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Just in honor of Dr. Seuss Day. So bear with me, here we go. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, and that's where it starts, every Who down in Whoville. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve, hating the Whos, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy frown at the warm-lighted windows below in their town, for he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow, he knew, all the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early. They'd rush for their toys, and then, oh the noise, noise. That's one thing he hated, the noise. Then the Who's young and old would sit down to a feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast. They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which is something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. And then they'd do something he liked least of all. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They'd stand hand in hand, and the Who's would start singing. They'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing. And the more Grinch thought of this Who Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years I put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming. But how? Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. I know just what to do, the Grinch laughed in his throat, and he quick made a Santa Claus hat and a coat, and he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick! With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer are scarce, there were none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? No, the Grinch simply said. If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max, and he took some red thread, and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Yes, absolutely, Janine. You hope that rare refers to just how it's cooked and not that the beasts are endangered. Yeah. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Get up!" and the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark, quite snow filled the air, and all the Who's were dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, "This is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed, and he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. And he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch, but if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once for a moment or two, then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. "These stockings," he grinned, "are the first things to go." Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present: popguns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn, and plums, and he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags, one by one, up the chimbley. And he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash, while that Grinch even took the last can of Who hash. And he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. "And now," grinned the Grinch, "I will stuff up the tree." And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove, when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast, and he saw a small Who. Little Cindy Lou who is not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter, who'd got out of bed with a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said,
"Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?"
But you know, that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. "Why, my sweet little tot," the fake Santa Claus lied, "there's a light on the street that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it home to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, then I'll bring it back here." And his fib fooled the child, and he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went up to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and stuffed the tree up. And the last thing he took was the log for their fire. And he went up the chimney, himself the old liar. On the walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire, and then one spark of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1:15, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still a snooze, when he packed up his sled, packed it up with the presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags, and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it. Pooh-pooh to the Who's, he was grinchiously humming. They're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry boo-hoo. That's a noise, grinned the Grinch, that I simply must hear. So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry. Very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came! Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't quite feel so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. How the Grinch stole Christmas. Happy birthday, Dr. Seuss, from one poet to another. So, friends, this was Shakespeare's. This was Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I hope you enjoyed this half as much as I enjoyed doing it with you. If you enjoyed it, dear sweet God, I hope you enjoyed it half as much as I did, because if that's the case, I enjoyed it twice as much as you did, and that's called math. And whatever you feel the show is worth, a 1, a 5, a 10, for a 50, I will detail your car. I have no pride. Throw it into my hat. By hat, I mean buy me a cup of coffee. Go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Buy me a cuppa. Let's have one last nice noisy slip. And if you are so inclined, become a patron on Patreon. Patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30. You get some wonderful benefits, and everyone gets the same benefits right now, which include going to tomorrow night's concert. Shakespeare's Friday Night Concert Series featuring Andrew McKee, the Irish Bard, tomorrow night, Friday, March 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. It's a digital concert on Zoom. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $5 on Eventbrite. But my patrons, and also the patrons of the Irish Bard, go for free. So that's a thing to do. So come join me tomorrow. Get your tickets right now. Go to Eventbrite. Go to the Facebook event page for that event, for that concert. It's going to be so much fun. And I do hope that you join me for it. Dan Wenzel says that the Grinch was having some myotropic cardio infarctions. That was fun. So I'm so glad that you had a good time today. Wonderful. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Maria. Thank you so very much. Yeah, thank you so very much. I'm also glad that you can make it. Helly, thank you over there in Europe. Oh, Seuss is not famous. Oh, you need to get into Savi. Yeah, it's grand. I need to find my copy of All the Places You Go. I do have it somewhere. I just don't know where because I have a lot of crap hiding out the good stuff. So I'll find it. We'll do that at some point. But do join. Thanks very much for letting me be part of your day. Please support the show by supporting our sponsors. Again, the Shakespeare Yogi. You can find her at the Shakespeare Yogi on Instagram. Friends of the Colorado Northwest Field Museum, or Friends of Friends. I did fix it though, so yeah. So yeah, you want to support them. Friends of Colorado Northwestern Field Museum, not the Friends of Colorado Northwestern Field Museum. One is a thing and the other's just stupid. And also the Renaissance Stream Guide. So thank you very much, friends. I love you. You love me. There is mutual glorious affection. And also, please follow me on all the things on TikTok. I'm Shakespeare.approves. Do weird things over there. Everyone does on TikTok. Twitter, Shakes approves. Instagram, Shakespeare.approves. And of course, Facebook, Shakespeare approves. And also, please go like, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell, kick the bell on YouTube, youtube.com/Shakespeare approves. And make sure if you're watching this on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures, that you subscribe and earn those Twitch points. So thank you very much. Until next time, friends. I love you. You love me. There is mutual glorious affection. I will see you real soon. Bye-bye. Let me turn that off. See you later.